Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you.
Hello.
We are here to talk about your upcoming Disney World trip, and it's a special occasion, I read.
Yes. 40th wedding anniversary.
Congrats.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Dang.
Thank you.
A long time. I love that you're spending it at Disney World.
Well, we went to Disney World on our honeymoon.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Haven't been back in August since, however. So this will be a new one. There were only
Okay.
two parks back then,
Mhm.
Yes, things were different back in the, what was it, 80s?
Yes, 86.
Okay, mid 80s, yeah. So it was the 90s that the other two parks opened, I think, right?
Correct.
Okay, so good to know. All right, so we know that this is the anniversary trip, and we know you're going in August. What are your actual trip dates?
August the 15th through the 22nd.
Okay, and you told us in your submission that you're staying Club Level Animal Kingdom Lodge.
We are excited.
Very, very fancy.
Well, I love Animal Kingdom Lodge. I know
Mhm.
some people don't because it's far out, but I walk in and I'm like, I'm home, even though we're not DVC.
Oh.
Yeah. So did you book this directly through Disney or Rent Points?
Actually, through an agent.
Okay, and they booked it directly through Disney for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you're just covering all your bases, talking to us, talking to your agent, getting all the expertise.
Trying to make sure we do this one right.
Have you had bad experiences?
No, it's just I'm a go, go, go person. I like to be there at rope drop before rope drop, like the pre-rope drop crowd. And, even when we had kids, they slept in the stroller. We didn't leave. The whole idea of going home back to the resort for a break just never entered into my equation. And then we'd
Mm-hmm.
be there and watch fireworks and light shows and whatnot and leave, try to be the last stragglers out. So this will be very different. My husband does not believe that I'm going to do a low key trip.
Okay, so that was going to be my next question is that the vibe for this trip?
I'm well, he may be right. He may be right. I don't want to go from sun up to sundown without taking advantage. That's why when he suggested let's do club level, only if I'm willing to spend some time at the resort.
Oh, so bargaining. What have you learned in 40 years of marriage? Bargaining.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So he loves the parks too, though. I mean, he does. He makes fun of it, but he does love going. And so my goal is to not have to rush and not
Mhm.
run from and we're 40 years older too. So I don't want to stand out in the rain like I did back then.
Mhm.
Peter Pan's ride, I can remember standing there just drenched because we weren't going to get out of line. And who brought umbrellas?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Exactly. How many park days are you imagining since you are thinking about more resort time than usual?
It may be one of those where we go in and out of
Mhm.
parks. Um, I'm also kind of wanting to do some of the extra
Mhm.
experiences that we've done, the Keys to the Kingdom, and we've done Wild Africa Track. So I want to look maybe, in fact, that's part of the thing I want to talk to you guys a little bit about, like, is Savor the Savannah worth doing that?
Mm-hmm.
And that would involve going into the parks and going back and forth where maybe we go in first thing in the morning when it's cooler and then heading out and then maybe coming back in the evening, watch the shows, that type of thing.
Mhm.
How many days of park tickets do you have though?
Annual pass holders.
Oh, annual pass holders.
Even better.
So
Like
we can definitely come and go as we,
no guilt about wasting a park ticket day.
yes. And that was, back then when we did go from sun up
Mhm.
to sundown. it was like, that's a lot of money you're spending for 4 people to
Yes.
go into a park and turn around and leave for 2 or 3 hours. Who are you, crazy? No,
Yeah.
nowadays, yeah.
And okay, so during your trip dates, you have a few things going on. One is Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, the 18th and the 21st. Any plans to do that?
Um, debated it, but we're going to actually come back in September to go to the party.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
okay. All right. And the other thing is that you are eligible for extended evening hours on the 17th and the 19th. These are estimated, but the 17th and the 19th.
Which I would definitely be interested in doing that.
Okay.
We don't know where those would be though, right? Would it be Magic Kingdom, Epcot?
Estimated that Monday, August 17th will be Epcot and Wednesday, August 19th will be Magic Kingdom.
Okay. Okay.
So we'll see. We don't know. So we just have to make some guesses. Okay. I'm using our Park Picker tool to verify your dates, and it tells us like what events are happening and all that kind of stuff too. So we can see things like extended evening theme park hours. All right. And that's on Monday, Magic Kingdom. All right. So had you thought about parks per day yet?
Not necessarily, because that's kind of where I'm up in the air. I don't know which days are going to be best. And so that's why I thought, well, maybe if you guys can kind of be like, hey, don't go to Magic Kingdom on X day, go here instead that day, then that's what I'll do. I'm just kind of going help plan my day.
Oh, okay. You want to help with this level of it. Okay. So then I think the Park Picker tool is going to be a really good one. You're not going to be there when there's an Epcot festival. So that does kind of help in terms of crowds because Epcot's not going to be nutty on the weekends. The tool, let me just share my screen so that I'm not narrating it. It suggests possibly, so Saturday, I assume, are you like flying in or driving in?
Flying, yes.
Okay, you're flying in on Saturday.
Yes.
You can go to the water park for free if you want. So there's that option. And then the two different options have you, one of them starting at Epcot on Sunday and then doing Magic Kingdom on Monday. That day has extended hours at Epcot, which you can do with your annual pass, no problem.
Okay.
And then it has potentially going to Epcot again, Hollywood Studios with extended hours at Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom on Thursday, Magic Kingdom on Friday to take advantage of the daytime crowds being a little less because of the party. Are you open to going to Magic Kingdom on a party day?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's one option, which is so it's Epcot Magic Kingdom, Epcot Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom. The other option that it generated is to start at Magic Kingdom. Some people like to start there. So that's a good day too, coincidentally. And then Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, Epcot, Magic Kingdom, and then Epcot again.
We were unable to see your screen. Did you want us to see your screen there, Shannon?
So sorry, I've been talking to myself.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, I just forgot to hit the button. Anyway, okay, so here's the two schedules. I just said it out loud, but now you got the visuals.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm using some assumptions for like how many times you want to go to the parks because this is assuming that you want to go to Epcot twice, Magic Kingdom twice, and then Animal Kingdom once and Hollywood Studios once.
And actually, that would probably be pretty accurate because I want to definitely ride Guardians more than once. And I know I'm going to do the Lightning Lane, so that would be good. Magic Kingdom, it's too big to cover in one day.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
definitely.
what I like about the Magic Kingdom days is that it has you starting there. I just, that can be a fun way to kick off your trip. But also this night we'll have fireworks. And then the next time you come back to Magic Kingdom, it's a party day potentially. And that would give you like the lower crowds during the day. So you kind of get the best of both worlds in that case.
Have you done the dessert parties at Magic Kingdom before?
Have not.
That might be a very fun way to kick off an anniversary trip on that day. What time do you arrive?
I don't have the flights yet, but I was looking at them, and we usually like we can fly out at like 8:30 in the morning and be there by 10:30, so we'd be on property by noon.
Yeah, so that would be perfect. I think that would be a lovely way to kick off the trip and a low stress way where you're getting into the park. You can see the fireworks. You could possibly see,
Yeah.
a obstructed view of the parade. But to be able to do that and start your anniversary trip on a bang.
That would, yeah, actually, that would be really, I like that idea.
And I personally love the dessert parties for fireworks watching. I have kind of aged out of wanting to fight the crowds to find a good spot to watch the fireworks, and I much prefer to have my own controlled area. And I like both the ones where the pre and the post, but I think my favorite is the seats and treats. It just kind of depends on what your vibe is you're looking for, and but I think either of those options, either the one where you are seated or the one where you go into the hub grass, are both great options and fun, especially if you haven't done them before. I think it's a fun addition.
Okay, so if you were picking, you would say seats and treats,
I would say
probably?
yes, I would say seats and treats. Just know that it'll tell you to line up 30 minutes before. I would line up, like in the app, it'll say 30 minutes before. On my last trip when we did it, we lined up 45 minutes before and we were still close to the end of the line. So I would probably do 60 minutes before, get there extra early because your seats are determined by when you check in. And the earlier you check in, the closer to the railing you're going to be.
Okay,
And it also, then you're going to maximize your time there. It's just a very peaceful, low stress. I don't, you're
that's perfect. You're speaking right to me. That's
okay.
exactly what I want. Yep,
Okay,
yep,
good. So, yeah, so get there even earlier, 30 minutes before what they even tell you to be there, and just sit and enjoy, grab yourself some drinks, some desserts, and you can watch the fireworks without having to fight the crowds.
okay, that's perfect. Okay, so that would be Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And or Sunday. Saturday is when you fly in, I think.
yes.
Oh, but she was
Well,
talking.
go ahead.
Either way would work, as long as there's not a party on that Sunday.
I was going to say there shouldn't be a party on this Saturday or the Sunday, but I kind of like Saturday, starting it
Yeah,
off like
a nice way to
that's the
start,
beginning. Yeah, and our
especially.
actual anniversary is Sunday, so I may want to duck out and have a nice dinner on Sunday.
Yes. Yeah, and you can sleep in then. You can, have a busy travel day where you're probably going to get up early, go to Magic Kingdom on Saturday, see the fireworks, and then sleep in on Sunday, which is not a bad way to start a vacation either if you're trying to slow it down a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. So seats and treats. Is that what's called?
Yeah, yes, or treats and seats. They've changed the names a couple times, so it rhymes.
I always get it mixed up though.
I do
So
too.
I'm trying to figure out what the actual name is just so I can write it down here. But that's okay. So that's fun to do on arrival. But I also, while you guys were talking, just started looking at the park choices just to kind of map it out.
Mhm.
And where I've landed is Magic Kingdom for the first full day, Sunday, and then Hollywood Studios, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, Epcot, Magic Kingdom. So all of those kind of avoid peak crowds and allow you to start and end at Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
So you get kind of a double dose of Magic Kingdom at the beginning then.
Yeah.
which isn't bad.
Right. No, and that actually, if I'm going mostly for the fireworks
Mm-hmm.
on the first day, then I can go back and do rides.
Yes.
Hmm. Seats and suites.
There we
Mm.
go.
What?
Seats and suites. So the alliteration at the beginning.
I don't like it though. I want
Oh.
it to. I want it to rhyme. Well,
Seats.
I guess it
I just
does.
it yeah.
Seats, suites. It rhymes and is alliteration, but I want it to be seats and treats anyway. We'll let
Treats
Disney
sounds
know.
better.
Well, I know. I think that's why I keep saying it because I'm like, it makes more sense. Okay, seats and suites, basically table and chairs.
Yes, there you go. Do you have any idea on where you might want to go for your anniversary dinner then? You mentioned that that Sunday is your actual anniversary and a nice dinner would be good.
Um, we've been to a couple of places, like we've been to Topolino's and we've been to Toledo.
Uh-huh.
Um, so I was kind of, and I don't know. I mean, suggestions are welcome. Um, I don't know about California Grill just because of the menu.
Yeah.
We've never done Narcosis.
I
And I know could see the fireworks from there, but
uh-huh.
it wouldn't be the same view of the fireworks. Um,
I love it. I really love, and I'm not a big seafood kind of person. And I want to say that I've had maybe like their vegetarian options, which I'm not a vegetarian either. But it's delicious. And in fact, I have gone back there a couple times just because I enjoyed the experience so much. So
okay.
I I'm
And it's also, can
good.
we get those reservations? Even
You'll be able to in August, I
Yeah.
think.
okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Victoria and Albert's?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would love to do Victoria and Albert. He thinks that that's a little over the top considering it's just for food, which I mean, I'm a food person. Um, I don't know if it's. I mean, you guys, what are your thoughts on Victoria? We should do it.
I love
So
it. I mean, I've done the chef's table before, which I wouldn't suggest for two people because it's like a table of eight. So two people at a table for eight in the kitchen's a little bit awkward, I think. But the tables in the main dining room are
Mhm.
set up for tables of two. And I would do it because I don't think of it as just food. I think of it as an experience.
right, right.
So it's
Well,
just such a special, it's so special. Like I'm not doing it all the time because it's so special that you would only want to do it for special occasions. And this feels like a special occasion.
so maybe that would be the way to go.
Well,
Well, and
whichever.
that's it. Because what else am I gonna? When else am I gonna do it? If I'm gonna do it,
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. But basically, we both uh, suggested things at the Grand Floridian.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, and definitely. I mean, I love it there too, but it's just I've never done either of those restaurants.
Yeah, very good. I don't like to stay at Grand Floridian. I love to eat there. So it's a
Hmm.
good one. But
Hmm.
also, your hotel's going to have some good dining.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never eaten at Chico's. We love Boma. We're going to be going there. I know for in December because one of my sons, that's his request. Always Boma.
Okay.
But I've never done Chico.
Yeah, I mean, something to do on one of your dinners, maybe. Do you have a dining plan or anything by chance?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So don't have to worry about the credits with that. All right. So that your actual anniversary is August 16th.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is when a potential fancy dinner could be booked,
Mm-hmm.
potentially at the Grand Floridian.
Yes.
Okay. And I had written down Magic Kingdom as your park for that day. I don't know if you are cool with that, but that's where I have you starting. How are
We
you feeling?
definitely have to go back to change,
Mm-hmm.
which is fine. But I
Yeah.
mean,
Yes, that would be crazy if you could go just directly there from Magic Kingdom. But it's so convenient.
Uh-huh.
yeah, yeah.
Or you could have a locker, bring some clothes in the locker.
I think I'm all in on going back and showering myself.
I know.
In August.
I
Yeah.
no, but I was trying to picture you bringing like your like high heels to Magic Kingdom in a backpack.
No, yeah. We'll
Um,
go back.
for your park days, will you be using lightning lanes?
Probably most of the time. Maybe not. Well, now that I say that, definitely for like Guardians, as I said, I will do Guardians every day. I would literally will do Guardians every day if I could. Um, but I'm not so worried about the multi-pass normally, um, because I don't feel like I have to ride every single ride every single
Hmm.
time. So
Yeah. I mean, you can get a single pass for lightning lane for Guardians every day if you want.
and
Who's going to
I
stop
would.
you?
I
Who's
would. If it was just me, I would be 100%. But I'm curious on your thoughts on that because August, first of all, but
Mhm.
then he will not have ridden Soren. I'm going to be down there to ride Soren on the 19th and 20th, so I'm going to do
Mm.
Soren, hopefully. Um, but we'll have missed Rock and Roller
Mhm.
and Big Thunder Mountain. He won't have ridden that. So I want to make sure. So that's why I'm like, maybe we should buy multipass to make sure that we do not have to stand in a 45-minute line or hour line or whatever
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the heat.
Yeah. So the new things at Magic Kingdom would be Big Thunder and Buzz. I don't know if that factors in, but Buzz will be new. And then Hollywood Studios Rock and Roller Coaster, and then Epcot is the new Soarin'. Okay, I'm just trying to make notes.
And Hollywood Studios, the new um, Smuggler's Run changes too.
That's true.
They're not as big of a deal, I don't think, but they will be different.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm guessing you guys have done the new test track.
Yes.
Okay, so got that one crossed off. I really think if the vibe of the trip is going to be to not be stressed and rushing,
Hmm.
that in your case, especially since it's just the two of you, correct?
Yes.
I think it's worth the investment to go ahead and spring for the multi-pass on the days when you know you're going to go into the parks with the intention of riding rides.
Okay. And the other thing that I've never used, the Weight Magic or Standby Skipper, I've never,
Mm,
so I know that's not a very big investment either. So I'm
yeah.
thinking that would probably be smart to do if we're going to do multi-pass.
Yes.
Yes.
I definitely, it's very, like you said, not a big investment. It's not going to be a huge chunk of the overall budget, and it lets you increase your flexibility, I think, a little bit, and keep things, as Shannon would say, a little bit more frictionless because you are able to kind of set it and forget it, and but also knowing that if you want to pivot, that you're not going to end up wasting the money that you spent on a multi-pass because in all likelihood, the tools will be able to snag you something else that you'll be at least close to equally as happy with. Um, it just makes it so much easier to not have to worry, even though it's a slower time of the year. You're still going to have consistent long waits at some of these big attractions, and it's just a lot easier to relax and have fun and have time for just chilling in the parks if you want to and enjoying the atmosphere and slowing down and smelling the roses if if you
Mhm.
want, without having to think, okay, well, now we need to go get in line because the line's only going to get longer and all those things, which aren't necessarily the fun part of a
No,
Disney World vacation.
sounds good. Yeah. That's what I'll have. I want to figure out how to use those, both of them. I mean, should we do both? I mean, do you do one versus the other that you think is better, or go
Um,
ahead and?
we've been telling people if you want to use both, to use Weight Magic before your trip to modify and use Standby Skipper during. But you can use both during.
Okay.
But it's just that Weight Magic seems to be better at modifications, and Standby Skipper only does new bookings during your trip. So it's kind of like using them both to their, strengths.
Okay. All right.
And-
Thank you.
And Shannon does have a video that I don't know if you've seen it. It's on YouTube. That where she kind of shows you how they both work and what they're doing. And I think that would be a great resource for you to kind of see what they're like before you make the investment for it too.
Okay. No, perfect. Yeah.
I'll be doing more thorough videos after our May trip because people have asked for more visuals. So, before your trip, that'll be up as well. Okay. Okay. So I had written down for Magic Kingdom that you might want lightning lanes for Big Thunder, Buzz, and Haunted Mansion. I just threw Haunted Mansion in there because it's a tier 2. I'm making a guess that you might be interested in that.
Yep. Love it.
And then you can use Standby Skipper to get more. So hopefully that works. And then the second day I have is Hollywood Studios, which we've already talked about. You want to do Rock and Roller Coaster, and then Smuggler's Run will have a new mission that you wouldn't have seen before. So if you want to do that as well. And then I wrote get Lightning Lane Multipass for Rock and Roller Coaster, Tower of Terror, and Toy Story Mania as one option. However, there's lots of ways to do lightning lanes. For instance, you could get lightning lanes for all of Toy Story Land and Rope Drop, Rock and Roller Coaster, and Tower of Terror.
Yeah. Yeah. And that would be a good idea if we can get like Slinky Dog, because in the past we had run to Slinky Dog. So, and then the rest of the day you can't get it. So that would be
okay.
So I can get it for lightning lane instead.
Yeah. All right. So I'll just get lightning lanes for all of Toy Story Land then. And then if you want to Rope Drop, Rock and Roller Coaster, and Tower of Terror, and then you should be able to do Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway, Smuggler's Run, kind of hit all the headliners either in the first hour or two or with your lightning lanes. Is there anything at Hollywood Studios you want to talk about, like special experiences, dining, anything?
I know we'll want to do Fantasmic. So I'm not opposed to doing a dining package, but do you feel like that's necessary in August with 2 people?
No.
Okay.
I don't. Shannon, do you?
I don't think it's necessary. It's my rule is if you were planning to eat at one of the places anyway, then you might as well book it as a dining package just to get that voucher. But I wouldn't go out of my way for it.
Okay.
Same.
Then outside of that, is there an experience that I'm not thinking of or something that I'm...
No, I pulled up the list of special experiences just to kind of refresh my memory on what's available. And there's not a ton other than Star Wars specific things like building droids or lightsabers. Those are the kind of the special things at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, and we don't need to do those.
You don't need an anniversary droid?
No, I guess not. Another grandchild.
Save it for the 50th.
Well, there you go. And we don't need to do Ogas. We've done that a couple of times, so we're okay with skipping that.
Okay, then we'll just consider that done, I guess. Let's see. Epcot. I know you want a single pass for Guardians.
Yes.
And I know you want to go on Soarin'.
Yes.
What else?
We haven't done Frozen since the new refurb. Last time when I was there, the line, and I was like, I can do it another time. I was there by myself. So neither one of us have done that yet.
Okay. So Soarin' and Frozen Ever After and Guardians.
Yeah. And you might as well ride Test Track when you're somewhere around Guardians,
Mhm.
so we'll probably want to do that.
Yeah. Okay. So Soren's easy because that's a tier 2.
Yeah.
And then the others are, how do you feel about Remy's?
It's okay. I mean, we didn't have a problem with it with the glasses.
Okay.
So, but we have ridden it since they've revamped it.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So you wouldn't be opposed to using your tier 1 for Frozen ever
correct.
after, and then
Or
um,
test
or
track,
test track.
whichever.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it seems like Frozen harder to get. It seems like Frozen, there's always a line. I mean, I've stood in that line for 60 minutes before, so
Yeah, it's to me it's easier at rope drop because so many people are headed to Remy's or
Mhm.
Guardians or Test Track. Like those 3 have more crowds. And so it's a pretty easy one to rope drop if you're interested.
Mhm.
okay. Well, and the extended evening hours, you think that might be
Mm.
a, a night because the thing about Epcot extended evening hours that I did not like was you could not walk from Remy to that was horrific. We did it one time and we were like, wait, what? We have to turn around and walk all the way around.
All the way. Yeah. Yes. And then you spend half of your extended evening hours just
Yeah.
hiking it from one end of the park to the other.
Yeah. So I would, if that would give me an opportunity to, so then I'm thinking maybe we should do Remy and then spend the extended evening hours in the front.
At the front of the park.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that is definitely an option. Um, it's, I think, option B would be to do Remy's at towards the end of extended evening hours, like make it your last thing, and then exit out the International Gateway and take an Uber or Lyft back
Okay.
to your resort. I think that works too. And I think either way, whichever vibe you're going for.
Okay.
Yeah. Or a chance to just redo the same attractions
Hmm.
if you want. You could rope
And again,
drop Guardians.
I would continue walking off of Guardians and just walk right back on.
Hmm.
I'm
And
so impressed with your ability to do that. I'm so I wish I
I've
could.
done it. My thing is when I've gone, and sometimes I've gone by myself because he has meetings down in
Mhm.
Orlando, and so I'll run over there. And my thing is, I'm going to ride Guardians until I get the same song. So I'll get off and go back, and then you're standing in line for 45 or 75 minutes, and if I get the same song, then that's the last time I ride it that day.
That is impressive.
So
That's amazing. I am not sure if I could do that.
Yeah. I don't think
well,
I could stand in line that many times. I think my back would be screaming.
75 minutes is a long time to stand in line, but I have made friends in line.
I bet.
I was adopted by a family one time. So,
That
but
is, I just interviewed somebody about how to do Disney World while being an introvert. And one of the things was conversation starters when you're in line and you have to strike up conversations with people.
that's a great way to think about it, though, too. I mean, because some people, I've heard stories where people got on Remy's and were basically because they were a solo person,
Mhm.
the people were very mean to them, like we don't want them in our car.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that one's
I've
a
never
weird
had that.
one.
Yeah, I've never
Yes.
had that.
It's Remy's is just weird because you're on a bench with other people. So it feels
Right,
like you're in their space as opposed
Mhm.
to like your own space with your own lap bar.
Yeah.
right.
There's no like booty spot for this is my
Right,
defined
like if they
area.
had, it would be nice if they had like little dividers so that
Mhm.
when you slide around, you're not sliding into somebody's
Exactly.
child that you don't know. And yeah, Disney needs to listen to you all.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And I can't imagine that people haven't complained about that. But, whatever. I want them to have more single riders. I just don't need to be touching other sweaty guests in the
Yeah.
process.
right, right.
Preferably. Okay. Can we talk about Animal Kingdom?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you said you've done the Wild Africa trek here,
Yes.
and you're debating Savor of the Savannah. Savor of the Savannah. There's also Caring for Giants, Up Close with Rhinos.
Which I'm interested in doing the rhinos. He likes rhinos, so that would be the one. And it's not very expensive. So is it worth it?
It's the most popular, I think. It's
Because it's cheap or because it's that worth it?
No, people do think it's worth it. No, the only one that we haven't really loved is Caring for Giants because
Okay.
it just was kind of not a lot to it. For like by comparison, Behind the Seeds is probably a similar price, but we do like Behind the Seeds. So we know that they can do inexpensive tours that are good. That one just felt a little bit boring to us.
Very anemic. Not a lot going on.
Up Close with Rhinos, though, very popular.
Okay.
But Savor the Savannah, though, being able to take your private safari with your tapas and drinks and stuff. I think it's very romantic to go to that structure that's in the middle of the savannah.
Okay. Yeah. That one I would probably, if you think it's worth it after you've done Wild Africa Trek, then that would probably be.
Yeah, there's some overlap between the two.
Mhm.
So if you have done that, then you will know that it's the same like ride vehicle that when you're out on the safari, and then that same structure. There's a reason that there are marriage proposals out there.
Oh,
But it also feels like it fits the theme of this whole trip with you staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge. It feels like it would be a shame if you didn't go ahead and
okay.
add on the Savor the Savannah as a nice, like Shannon said, kind of romantic, out of Africa kind of.
These are references that we all understand.
Kind of addition
Okay.
there.
What about the Starlight Safari? Have you done that?
No, and that's available to you at your hotel, right? Through your hotel? We
Well, I
haven't.
don't think you have to stay. You don't have to be staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge. Now,
Okay.
back in the day, we did the Sunrise Safari. That would have been, 20 years ago, but you had to be staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and you went into the back entrance at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we have
I
not.
mean, we've heard good things about it.
Okay.
I was just looking up sometimes for Savor the Savannah because some of these tours are only offered during certain times of the day, and Savor the Savannah is only out in the afternoon, 3:15 and 4:30.
Okay. And in August, probably is 4:30 going to be better just because of the heat, or
I mean, of the two, I suppose.
because or should we? I mean, that's it. Is that going to be worthwhile in August with the animals, or should we?
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't.
I like your idea of, well, you're making this a nice romantic trip. Let's do it. But are
Yeah,
we also going to have any good animal interaction?
Yeah. I would, I think 4:30 might be better.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else are you thinking about Animal Kingdom? Like if you're there earlier in the day in the morning, would you be interested in lightning lanes or do you want to skip them here?
Probably, I don't think we would necessarily need them. I mean, riding the safari in the regular day, I love doing that. I mean, again, that's another one that I could ride 2 or 3 times because it's a different ride every time. And so I could ride it in the morning and then ride it again in the afternoon late, and I'd be happy.
Are you a Flight of Passage person?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I mean, I'll ride it, but it's not. If I don't, this probably sounds horrible. If I don't even walk down into Pandora,
you're okay.
Well, then Animal Kingdom was really easy for you.
Yes.
yeah. I mean, I'll do it, but it's not like, oh, I'm going to go. It's all right.
We're down
I'd
to
love to do
Africa
expedition.
and Asia is what we're down to.
Yeah, yeah, no. And I mean, we could do it, but if it's, you know, 45 minutes or an hour and a half wait for, or by the lightning lane. I don't mind biting the lightning lane, but Navi, I don't really care. It's
Hmm.
a way to get out of the hot and sun, but
Are you an Expedition Everest person?
yeah, we'll do Expedition Everest.
Hmm. Okay, so you've got Kilimanjaro Safari and Expedition Everest. What about shows?
I like to watch the shows. He's kind of we've seen the shows.
Mhm.
We like to walk the trails, you know, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
see the gorillas, see the tigers. I know it's, you know, and you can go to a zoo and see those, but
It's not the
it's
same.
no, it's not. And it's one of those, oh, I can't think of the gorilla that just died last year.
Hmm.
That had been the same gorilla since our kids were little kids, and we'd been going and seeing that same gorilla. Like I was sad. Like
Yeah.
like so
Gino?
yes, I think that was, wasn't it Gino? Is that correct?
Gino, I think so.
Yeah, he was quite old, which but and I like the bird show.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Um I I didn't have a problem with It's Tough to Be a Bug, but we also the Zootopia show. You don't necessarily need to go Lion King. I've been seeing that for years and years. It's
Mhm.
it's good. I love it, but if it's a miserably hot day, that's not a bad day for us to go do something back at the resort.
Hmm. Okay. Um, I was just looking up the Starlight Safari information. That's the one you were talking about earlier, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. Um, that's $89. So not super crazy.
Mm-mm.
There's no food.
Yeah. But you get lots of, you get zebras, usually giraffes, wildebeest, antelopes, ostriches. I don't know. That might be a good one too.
Mhm.
And that one's at night, obviously.
Mhm.
So it's 8:30 or 10 o'clock.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize
Dang.
that.
I guess it has to be dark.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we could have been at the park and then have dinner and then go at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Go to
Yeah.
dinner at Sima.
Uh-huh.
Whichever day you're not staying late in the parks, that would
Yeah.
fit. I don't know. Let me see if it is that available every day. You can tell this is one we don't know as much about because I'm trying to figure out all the details. Looks like it's available every day,
Oh, wow.
so you can just fit it in whenever. Okay, yeah, 7 days a week.
Perfect. Well, yeah.
Okay,
We could do Jico that night for dinner and then go
okay. We're
maybe.
doing a whole Animal Kingdom theme day.
Mhm.
You know what? Why not? Don't forget to enjoy your club lounge.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, and that's why I'm like, well, with some dinners,
Mm,
definitely because it's not enough food but we could get by with breakfast and a little snack in the
yes.
afternoon type thing.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Well, I'm excited about your Animal Kingdom Day, even though there's a lot about it that you aren't necessarily focused on this trip. You get to do special things instead.
You go ride the safari, go ride Expedition Everest, and leave and go
Hmm.
out the door. Yeah.
And do other things. Okay. All right. And then as I'm kind of going through the schedule, we've got another Epcot day, another Magic Kingdom day. We've already talked about thoughts on those, but obviously you could continue and just do more.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Are you into the World Showcase, spending time in the World Showcase?
I do like that to do that. Yes. Yeah.
Hmm.
Go and explore into the countries a little bit more than just walking through. And with no festival going on, then maybe we won't have the crowds.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won't. It won't be like it normally is. Since we're talking about special experiences, I'm just refreshing my memory about what's available at Epcot. So there's Dive Quest. Are you divers by chance? Divers. Okay. Behind the Seeds.
Well, and you're talking about
Uh,
that, and that one's something that maybe that would be a good
Yeah.
thing to do on the other day. That since we're going to have
Mhm.
2 days in Epcot, maybe that would be.
It's a fun one. It's an easy one, and it's an
Mhm.
inexpensive one,
Mhm.
mhm.
relatively
It's
speaking.
really easy to pair with, just get off living with the land. The desk is right there.
Mhm.
Oh, really?
Or, yeah, or skip living with the land and just do this because it takes you behind the scenes.
Okay.
What else? I'm looking at different events. La Cava has an experience if you're tequila people.
That
The
we've
La
not
Cava.
done. Yeah, we have not done that. So
Okay. La Cava experience is $180.
It's
do tequila.
Mm-hmm.
Have you done Geo 82?
Yes.
Okay. Say that one, I mean, they have a dessert party too, but I just like it for just to go and get away from the crowds as well.
Well, and that one might be a possibility. I mean, we've only done it once, and we didn't do
Mhm.
the dessert part, but to be able to watch Luminous was kind of a fun, different, and the bartenders were really good.
Yeah.
So
And they have a new menu, at least a few new menu items, so there'll be
okay,
something a little bit different.
that might be a good option to do, especially on that second Epcot day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like they have the Geo 82 fireworks experience
Mhm.
officially, that's $179 per person. But the other option is just to make a reservation.
Yes, as late as you can,
Okay.
which I've had success with doing that twice. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Then that might be, like I said, that might be a really good option for, especially we're going to be there more than once. And
Mhm.
I like Luminous, but it's also that's a fun, different way and don't have to stand and fight the crowd to where am I going to stand?
Yes. I am all for avoiding that issue, as well as a little bit of air conditioning.
Yes.
I have some solo time at Disney World coming up, and I booked myself this exact thing because I'm
Oh,
like,
really?
one person at Geo 82. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
Yep, 100%. The only park day on our plan here is Magic Kingdom that you have left. And so I was going through the special things there. You have done Keys of the Kingdom.
Mhm.
We've
Yes.
already talked about dessert parties, and that is about it, unless you want to get your hair cut at Harmony Barbershop.
Probably not. Probably not.
But understandable. Understandable. One thing that kept popping up though when I was searching for special experiences is capture your moment photo sessions where you do a
Well,
photo shoot.
yeah. Well, and we're picture people, but I have the add-on on my pass.
Hmm.
So I can get pictures pretty much wherever.
Yeah,
I,
you can. This just gives you a photographer for like 30 minutes or so.
I was wondering, we've never done the silhouettes. Would,
Oh,
you
that's
No.
know,
fun.
maybe that
Hmm.
would be an option.
Yes.
I I don't know. I mean, two old people doing it. I don't know
Oh,
if they would.
shush. Shush it. I think
They'd
that
be like, oh, these weirdos. But
no, I think that's very sweet.
I think that's very inexpensive as well, but it would
Mhm.
be very cute to do that.
okay.
There are also horse-drawn carriages at Fort Wilderness or at Riverside,
Mhm.
or horseback riding or pony rides. Well, don't do pony rides; those for kids. Horseback riding, archery. What's more romantic than archery?
One of us end up in
Uh,
the hospital. Um,
well, yes, yes, and then celebration at the top, which is at California Grill.
okay.
Yeah. I
Well, you do already have the dessert party booked, but this would be another view.
Well, and I'm wondering because I mean, the last time I did California Grill, again, it would have been years ago. It wasn't a prefix menu,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I'm kind of leaning not to do it. But I'm wondering about the lounge. They're like you can
Mm-hmm.
maybe one night. I don't know where we're going to fit this in the scheme of the
I know.
schedule.
I know. We're brainstorming here.
But like at that, you can order just drinks, or you can order little bites, or
Yeah, just a little bit more. It's a la carte instead of fixed price. So you can do that. You can.
Yeah, and the nice thing about that is um no reservation. You can just have it in your back pocket if you're looking for something to do one evening. Maybe something else falls through, or you decide you don't want to go back into a park or whatever. That's something that you can just kind of have there. And like I said, in your back pocket as something you can pull out and like, let's go do this. It's something different we haven't done before, and um, have a lovely evening.
okay, perfect. Thank you.
Or Steakhouse 71 Lounge. If you can't do California Grow, we're big fans of Steakhouse 71 Lounge. Doesn't have fireworks use.
No.
Right. No, we do like Steakhouse 71. He likes that smash burger.
Yes.
And we really like the lounge because it's a bunch of adults sitting around and not having to have reservations and stuff. So it's just easier.
Okay. Yeah. No. And that's one thing that I don't think about enough is the lounge
Mhm.
pieces. So, what are your
Yes,
thoughts on Citricos?
we love it.
That's very good.
Yeah, we like all the dining at Grand Floridian.
Mhm.
Okay. Because I saw some thing where somebody did the lounge, or
Mhm.
like they walked, and I didn't realize that you could do that at Citricos. So same thing.
Yep. Just walk in.
Again, it's all at Magic Kingdom. I'm like, well, all the places I want to go are around Magic Kingdom.
Yes, and you're not staying there. So it's a little bit of back and forth. Yeah, we need to do Citricos Lounge, Heather. We know we like the restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
so we should try it next time. Citricos Lounge. Looking at our May schedule, where can we fit it in?
See, now I'm going to give you some ideas. There you go.
You are. We have such a long list. It's like a puzzle to try to put it together, but maybe we could fit that in. All right. So, based on what we've talked about, maybe you have some new ideas, but do you still have any like other questions or things you wanted to talk about?
We've covered a lot. I don't have anything listed like as Disney Springs. Like
Mm-hmm.
if we wanted to go shopping,
Mhm.
if I want to go shopping for sure, where would you say would be a good option? Do you like the like Summer House? We've never eaten at Summer
Oh.
House. If I can get him to not go to Polite Pig. Polite Pig.
Listen, both are so good.
Yeah. But
So
Summer House is really good. I
Okay.
really enjoy Summer House.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking through your schedule here
And
because
where would I possibly be able to fit that in, kind of a thing?
yeah, because like your rival night could be a dessert party. Your next day could be a nice dinner like Narcoossee's or Victoria and Albert's for your actual anniversary. Then the next night you wanted to stay for Fantasmic, and then the next night's Epcot. And you didn't say Luminous was, top priority. So I guess that night might work.
Well, and maybe yeah, and especially if we're doing Luminous from Geo 82 the other night, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I would suggest it maybe on your Epcot day just because the nighttime shows aren't a factor. Because then the next day is Animal Kingdom and it's chock full of different animal things, including Starlight Safari, which would be taking up your evening. And then
Right.
the Epcot would be Geo 82. And then the last night, your Magic Kingdom night is whatever. If you want to do California Grill Lounge, Steakhouse 71 Lounge, something like that. So I think that narrows it down.
Okay. Okay. No, perfect. Thank you.
Okay. All right. And then your reservations will open up in about, what, 5 weeks or so
Mhm.
for these, your dining reservations.
Yeah.
So I have faith. I have faith that you'll be able to get whatever you want.
And some of those extras. Is the seats and or yeah, seats and suites, is that 60 days also?
Mhm.
Okay.
It is, but the enchanting extras, the activities open at midnight,
Okay.
not 6 a.m. or whatever, like the
So,
like the
so
dining does.
be awake at midnight and then be up at 6
Yes,
a.m.
6 hours later. Yeah, which is so annoying, but that's just how it works.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think given your dates and everything, that you probably won't have too hard of a time, but you will want to snag them since there's limited spots for some of these tours and things.
Okay.
And this is just one of many trips that you have this year.
Yes, ma'am. It'll
So,
be right now we're going to be at 6. I will be at 6.
okay, well, I love the idea that this could be special upgraded experiences, focused a little bit more on the romantic things, which you wouldn't do maybe on on another one of your trips. So,
Right.
Mhm.
And that's where I kind of have been such a how do I approach this? Because I want it to be more special than
Yeah.
just a typical trip. So, not that all trips aren't special, but for two
yes, they
adults, very more adult oriented, we don't have to worry about character meets or that type of thing.
Yeah, exactly. No, I love it. If you're going on multiple trips, I think it's fun to sort of define the personality of the trip. And so this one seems like it's going to be really fun.
That's where I'm
Okay.
really good.
Well, it's been good to chat with you. Hopefully this has been helpful. And I shared the trip worksheet with you in the chat so that you can have it as a reference.
Awesome.
And I don't think you're going to have a problem getting all the reservations you need in mid-June.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.